Alright, what is going on, everybody? Hello and welcome to the stream. How's everyone today? Today is Sunday, the 9th of February, 2020. Hello, hello. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having a good day. And I welcome you all to my first of two gameplay streams for the day. A momentous one today. A momentous day here on the stream because after about a month, I would say, roughly a month, playing Knights of the Old Republic, we're finally going to conclude the playthrough. If I remember correctly, it was right around early-ish January when we started up with it. It's been an interesting ride for sure, and in reality, I think it gave us a great background on what BioWare ended up becoming. You know what I mean? Like, if you actually look at Knights of the Old Republic, and then you compare it to BioWare's future outings, you can kind of understand where the franchise came from, in regards to narrative-based RPGs, dialogue trees, upgrading of your characters, etc. It's pretty neat, actually, and I'm actually happy that I finally got around to playing the game. Keep in mind, this is a game that I wanted to play, you know, on and off for years. I did try to play it once, and it didn't go so well. If you remember way back when, I want to say it was like 2014 or 2015, a long time ago, I tried to play this game on PC, and had tons of issues where I only played it for like one session, and then the second session I tried to play it, the whole thing crapped out on me. And I wasn't able to play it again because I couldn't even get the game to boot properly on PC no matter what I did. But I'm happy to have finally come back, even though the game obviously is outdated. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. And even though the game, you know, I played it on the original Xbox version, you know, upscaled for the Xbox One, I still had a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys liked the playthrough. Today it looks like we're going to conclude. See, I didn't know this because I've never played the game before, but now people are telling me, yeah, you're already on the final planet, and like there is some left to go. And in fact, I'm being told that there's some really interesting choices and things coming up, in regards to you know, light side, dark side. I guess you have like a final chance to determine, you know, what you want to be, and how things are going to go depending on your choices. You know, who lives, who dies. The outcome of the universe really is in your hands, apparently, in this game. So I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see how things go here today on the stream. Obviously, I went for all the dark side choices during the playthrough, right? I was very evil during the playthrough, and I'm curious to see if you do all bad choices, what happens, right? So we'll see today. I'm very curious to see how this turns out. Hopefully this is an entertaining stream for all of you, especially those of you who've been hanging out, you know, for the entirety of the playthrough here. And we finally come to the conclusion of the saga of, you know, Darth Revan. We'll see how it goes, okay? So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too, to see how this all ends. If I happen to end early, like, I don't know how much is left in the game. If we end, like, super early or whatever, I'm okay with doing maybe some Q&A, or I don't know, you know, I gotta think about, like, what would you guys want to see if I end up ending the stream, like, really early, because I don't know how much is left, in the game, depending on your choices, and, like, I don't know if it makes it longer or shorter, you know, I have no clue. Again, I've never played this game before, so this is all new to me, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Okay. So that's going to be the first stream for today. All right. Later today, excuse me. Later today, it will be Doom 2. Continuing on. I've really enjoyed playing Doom 2. As tough as the game is, and as gruelingly smash mouth the game is, you know, I really enjoyed playing the game. It's giving me a nice background for the upcoming Doom Eternal in March. I haven't played a classic FPS game like this in a million years, so it's really fun to be playing it. More of that tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. 2 hours of Doom 2. And we'll see how that goes, okay? Tomorrow, we return back to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Continuing on with the Cell Saga. We're about to start the Cell games and see how this goes. Hopefully we finish up the Cell Saga tomorrow. We'll see. But smooth sailing with that game and fun, of course. I'm really enjoying that game. And then on Monday night, it's my weekly Minecraft Chill stream. We'll be sitting down to continue work on the Mob Grinder. We're going to see if the top contributor from last week requests anything in my Minecraft world. As of now, they have not, but it doesn't mean that they won't show up for the stream. And we're just going to have a chill and fun time to end my streaming week. Remember that Tuesday is my day off from streaming during the week, so I will not be streaming on Tuesday, but I shall return on Wednesday. Okay? Should be a good week this week. It's going to be a balance between continuing on with Donkey Kong 64 and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but also this week, I'm starting up my Mass Effect 2 playthrough. Yes, it is correct. That is true. Mass Effect 2 is actually happening after I couldn't tell you how many years I've talked about doing another run in Mass Effect 2. And how long I've wanted to do it. Reason that it's taken so long, quite frankly, is because I always put it in the running for polls or whatever, and it never won. It always, sometimes it would come in like, you know, second, third, fourth place, and people would always have interest in seeing a Mass Effect 2 run, but it didn't happen, okay? This is a great time to do it. Reason being, it's the 10th anniversary of Mass Effect 2. It was actually 10 years ago when Mass Effect 2 was originally released, and I played it as a brand new game playthrough. It was super fun, and ended up, you know, in perspective now, ended up being the best Mass Effect game of all time. Back then, we didn't know it was going to be. It's kind of, honestly, it's kind of a little disappointing that that ended up kind of being the case, because obviously we would have liked to see the Mass Effect franchise continue on forever and ever and be an epic franchise, but sadly, 3 was underwhelming. Not for gameplay, but because of the ending. Andromeda was a horrendous abortion of a terrible idea for a game and ended up ruining the entirety of the franchise. So, you know, it's unfortunate that what happened to Mass Effect happened to it, but this will be pretty awesome to go back and re-experience Mass Effect 2 for the first time ever. I've only played it once as a new release. Now I'm very excited to go back and play it again and be able to kind of remind myself of what the franchise once was when it was good. And the other thing is, we're finishing up Knights of the Old Republic today. It'll be directly interesting to see that direct reference of playing one old school BioWare game from, like, what was it, 2007? No, excuse me, 2003. But then playing a BioWare game from 2010. So 7 years later, this is a direct game that the studio made, right? What improved? Did they use the same kind of dialogue options, etc.? It'll be pretty cool to see how that's implemented, okay? So that's cool. That's starting up later this week, everyone. All right. Now, much later on this month, I'll be looking at, you know, doing some new game stuff. There just isn't any right now, you know? And so I have to apologize. For those who are dying to see new game content, there is none. I've played all the new games. Of all of them that were, like, of big note or interest, there's one. It's called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. That's it. It's been a dead year for games so far. So there's not much I can do about that. If there's no games to play, you know, I can't play what doesn't exist. And, you know, I know some people will be disappointed in saying Phil's not doing any new releases yet. And, you know, what's the big deal? Well, that's the big deal. There have to be releases, and there's nothing. There will be some coming up. In particular, it's a late February, and then it looks like all of March. Like, someone has told me about this Grand Blue fantasy game that apparently everyone is hyping up, and people are interested in seeing me play it. So I might be doing that in early March. And then we've got we got games like Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing, etc. coming out in March. In April, there's a ton of new releases. So we're almost there. You know, we have to get through February, but we're almost there to the point where there's a lot of great new releases coming out. But we got to get there. You got to be a little patient. And I obviously apologize if you're turned off by the stuff I'm doing. I'm doing my best to put out entertaining stuff for you guys when it's pretty much a dry season, okay? Some people are saying, what about these indie games like Zombie Army 4 and all of this? Like, I don't know anything about it. You know, people they always point out when there's no new releases, just play a random indie game. And they're like, yeah, but truth of the matter is, whenever I try to play a random indie game like that, no one watches it. Everyone screams, we want something different, we want something new, Phil, play something different, and I do. And then people complain, the game's not good, it's an indie game, why are you playing this shitty indie game? I'm not saying that the game's shitty at all, I don't know anything about it. But it's funny that no one mentioned a game like this Zombie Army game until now when there's nothing going on with new releases. Then all of a sudden, oh, Phil, why aren't you playing it? It's like, wait a minute. You didn't even talk about this game until there were no new releases. Now all of a sudden, it's like a game everyone, oh yeah, you should play it. Like, wait, what? How did this even become a thing, you know? So anyway, I digress. This week should be fun. Starting at Mass Effect, should be a good thing, and it should be fun as hell. And I hope that you guys will join me for Mass Effect 2 this week. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna plug in my phone. All right, so I got an update, guys. This is an interesting thing. So a day or two ago, a viewer of mine, actually I don't know if this viewer wants me to make them known if that they're the person who contacted me about this, so I'm not going to say their name yet unless they tell me to. But a viewer of mine contacted me, and they said, Phil, are you aware that there's the ability in Streamlabs to have different animations based on levels of contribution? I said, no. I always thought it was like, oh, someone cheers, someone tips, or whatever, you could set a threshold, but I didn't know that you could do different levels. He's like, yeah, you can. And you should try it out because, there's different levels of people who come in and contribute, and maybe it would incentivize people to contribute bigger if you get it like a better animation. And also, just being honest, when you have a stream and someone does like a big contribution, you want to celebrate more. So have something special play on the stream instead of just the generic animation that plays during, say, a normal cheer or whatever. So I said, okay, this sounds nice. Let me check this out. So I did, and it's true. It's all available in Streamlabs. So I set it up, and this person last night sent me a new animation for tipping. And this animation is for large tips. So what I've done, I've set up the ability in Streamlabs for if you tip me $20 or more, a different animation should play. Now, I haven't tested it. I don't know how to test that. We have to see possibly today if someone tips me $20 or more in one go. We'll see if this new animation plays. I hope it works. This is the first time trying it out, okay? And this animation is in line with all the memes you guys have been using recently in the stream. It's a direct reference to the memes that you guys have been using, okay? So let's see how it goes. If someone tips me $20 or more today, we'll see if it pops up and see what it looks like, okay? Now, I'm also looking to implement this for cheers, because right now I believe it's set up that if you cheer 100 bits or more, you get the pop-up message. So maybe I'll set it up that if you cheer like 500 bits or more, there's a different one. I'm trying to find like economies of scale. Like, what's the next stage of cheering that I should put a new animation for? And should I do like a giant bits animation? If someone just happens to drop a big giant cheering bomb, should I have like a really special animation for that, right? So we'll see. But yeah, this person said that they actually are willing to work on a few new animations for me if I want to try out these different levels of pop-ups. So that should be added soon. If I get cool new animations, I would consider doing that. The thing is, it's not that I don't have animations. It's that the animations I have are seasonal. So for example, I have animations for Christmas. I have animations for Halloween. Obviously, I don't want those to be the special animations for bigger contributions. They're not even pertinent right now, right? So that's cool. Now, the thing is, if you guys have any suggestions on what animations could be for larger contributions, like what should the animation be for a larger cheer? What should the animation be for a larger tip? Or even, should there be a different animation for resubbing versus an initial subscription? We could do that too, I think. Let me know and or just talk about it here in the stream chat. And this person says they wanted to basically take some feedback from the stream chat to see what they can make of it, okay? So, we'll see how this goes, okay? No, not larger than $20. It's at least $20. So if someone tips me $20 or more, the new animation will pop up. The standard animation for tipping is $5. So if you tip $5 or more on a stream, the standard tipping animation will pop up. And then this animation will be for $20 or more for you know, extra generous contributions. Okay? Okay. So there you go. Let's see what happens today. Let's see if this new animation works. Let's see what it looks like, etc. And maybe we can implement different levels of stuff. It'd be pretty cool if we do. But as you know, I'm limited. I have absolutely no experience designing animations. I have no capability of doing my own. It's all about, you know, the viewers, you know, using their own expertise. So there you go. Okay, so pretty cool. Also, I want to remind all of you, please keep nominating your favorite moments of my over 11 years as a content creator for the upcoming retrospective event. I am going to schedule that event soon, and it's going to be in 2 weeks. It's not going to be this next weekend coming up. It's going to be the weekend after, okay? It's either going to be Saturday or Sunday of that week that I'm going to do it. So there you go. Just so you know, FYI, roughly when it's going to happen. So about a week, because I'm trying to think time-wise. In 1 week, it would be the 16th, and then another 23rd. Okay, because I'm trying to figure out. Remember, the last week of the month, I'm going to do my special marathon to try to raise tips so I can, you know, pay my freaking tax attorney and get my taxes done. So yeah, I'm trying to think in the top of my head here. Yes, that'd be good. That would work fine, because it would mean next weekend. Well, maybe it wouldn't. Hold on a second, because next weekend would be the 16th. The weekend after that would be the 23rd, and that would be the retrospective. If I was going to do the other marathon, it would be too late if I did it on a weekend, right? Because there's only 30 days. No, there's only 28 days in February. Let me take a look at this calendar here. I'm trying to think all this out in my head. Right, there's only... Wait a minute. Is it leap year? Oh, shit, it's leap year. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, so what I would more than likely do is I'll do one of the marathons on that weekend, either the 22nd or the 23rd. That'll be the retrospective marathon. And then I will do the fundraising marathon for tips probably on the 28th. And the reason being, if I can raise the funds I need to pay my tax attorney, I need to pay him by the end of the month, which means I need that day to send him the money. So I would need the 29th, that Saturday, to send him the money so that we can actually get that going. I'm pretty sure if I don't send it by March 1st, he's not going to be that angry. At the same time, I did tell him, okay, I've got to raise the money by then. So, all right, that works. I think we'll probably do it that way. We'll do one marathon that weekend, and then the next weekend on that Friday is probably when I'll do the fundraising marathon. All right, I'm still debating in my head what we're gonna do for this fundraiser, for tips for this, and a lot of things I'm going through my head. I'm almost 100% that it's probably gonna implement Metal Gear Solid 1 and Fortnite. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking split the day, maybe. So do another run in Metal Gear Solid 1. Whether it's on PlayStation 1 or GameCube is negligible at this point. I don't know which it's going to be. I could do, like, PlayStation 1 right now if I wanted to, and it would cost me nothing. But as we know, it's a very outdated version of the game. It doesn't look great. It runs like crap because it's emulated, and it probably have massive delay. So I was thinking about, getting the GameCube version, but of course I can't afford it. So I don't know. We got a ways. We still got about 3 weeks to think about it. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it'll be like a balance between probably a lot of Metal Gear Solid, and then some Fortnite mixed in there for variety, just for the hell of it, because I haven't played the game in so damn long, and everyone says it's changed and it's different. So just to fuck around with it and have something different in there to break it up. Okay. All right. So I guess we'll see. I guess we shall see. Now here's some dumb people. Oh, but Phil just did an event for taxes a couple months ago, and now there's more taxes. Boy, you're stupid. A couple months ago, I did an event. You want to know what that event was? I explained it. I said, this event is for my state taxes. I'm way behind on my state tax payments. I need to pay the state tax payments to get caught up, or else they're going to continuously charge me exorbitant interest and fees. So if I raise a certain amount during that event, I'll be ahead of the 8 ball. I won't have to pay those exorbitant fees. I'll be able to get caught up. That's exactly what happened. The money that I raised during that event a couple months ago, what was it, December? I don't even remember if it was November or December, but the money I raised during that event went directly to that. Paid the taxes, so the back taxes were caught up as of then. Now, I just had to do a final back tax payment for the final quarter of the year because it just ended. And I just did that last week, which is why I have no money right now. But in the meantime, my tax attorney contacted me and said, all right, well, because you declared bankruptcy, I need you to pay your tax fee up front for me to do your taxes this year. That's completely different. It's not even taxes I'm paying. It's the tax attorney to do my taxes. I've explained this till I was blue in the face, but all people hear is taxes because they're deaf. They're idiots. They don't listen. Instead, they want to just oh, taxes, taxes, taxes. Phil's always saying taxes. Like, yeah, it's nothing to do with it. It's completely different. It's not even the same thing. I'm paying the tax attorney to file my taxes, you dunce. But people are stupid, so what can you do? They don't listen. Okay. So all that being said, guys, lots going on, you know. This week, Mass Effect 2 coming up, new animations coming up. We got one already for Big Tips. The retrospective event is coming up in 2 weeks, you know, from this weekend. So, you know, roughly Saturday or Sunday in 2 weeks. And then we got the final month end Tips fundraiser coming out. There's a lot going on this month, even though there's like no new releases. There's still a lot going on, which is good. So, okay. All right, I guess let's move on to the gratuitous plugs. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for 11 years. 11 awesome years that I've been able to, on a daily basis, share my gameplay experiences with all of you. I absolutely love every day doing these live streams, interacting with you guys, having fun. And, you know, now, very different than what I used to do, where it was for an on-demand audience and I always had to cater to them. Now I can play a variety of great games. You guys come out no matter what game I'm playing to hang out with me, which is really awesome. And thank you for that, okay? There's certainly been ups and downs in the 11 years I've been doing this. It's not like it used to be, where it used to be all about YouTube ad revenue. These days, it's all about crowdfunding. It's all about you guys supporting the streams and contributing during the streams so that I can make ends meet and keep doing this. So I want to say thank you to anyone who has. You know, thanks to all of you who appreciate the fact that I'm here 6 days a week, full-time live streaming for you. And thank you to those who appreciate the fact that I still upload all the archived videos over on DSPGaming on YouTube, despite the fact that I get almost nothing out of it. You know, ad revenue on YouTube is pretty much almost non-existent at this point. So, thank you guys very much. And I appreciate that. Okay? Now, before I even get to explaining to you guys ways that you can contribute and help me out, I want to say this up front. Please understand that contributions are greatly appreciated, but not mandatory on any of my streams. I don't expect that anyone's going to come to the stream and just contribute. All right? I want people to come here and feel pressured to contribute. I don't want you to feel like you're the odd man out or you're out of place if you come in and you don't contribute. It's not what this is all about. Gaming is my lifelong hobby. And the fact that I was able to make it into my job pretty much inadvertently, I never intended for this to happen. It's pretty crazy. I realize I am one of the luckiest guys on the planet in regards to the fact that I am able to do what I love for a living. I'm so lucky in that regard. As someone who used to always do stuff that I didn't like to do for a job, you know, it's so different. And I'm very grateful for that, okay? I would never expect anything from my audience. I would never demand anything from my audience. And streams are free. You're welcome to come by, hang out with me, have fun, and you don't have to contribute, okay? So just make that clear up front. However, if you do contribute, holy crap, does that help? And certainly, please do if you can. because it very matter-of-factly keeps stuff going, makes my... Ugh. It lets everything happen, all right? It allows me to keep doing this, which is great. Make ends meet is what I wanted to say until I had a brain fart. In particular, right now, things are pretty bad for me financially. We'll talk about this in just a bit in regards to how you can help me the most this particular week, okay? But thanks to everyone who's been so supportive over the last, years that I've been a live streamer. It's been amazing, okay? Now, if you would like to contribute, here's some of the ways that you can. First of all, I have a Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil where you can pledge to my monthly campaign. Depending on how much you pledge, you earn personal perks, all right? Those perks are dependent, or those perks are pretty cool, I would say. There's different things you can get, like getting your questions answered on a Q&A show or getting a private Q&A video made, etc. Give it a look. Everything's listed there. I don't usually mention Patreon too much, only because it's very matter-of-fact and straightforward, okay? Thanks to anyone who pledges already, and thanks to anyone taking a look and considering it themselves. I have a Teespring where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise, primarily T-shirts, but there's other stuff over there. In fact, today, as a change of pace, I'm actually wearing one of the shirts. This is the DSP graffiti shirt, which has all kinds of mannerisms and sayings and monikers that I said and had over the years, all on one, shirt. And you can get this in any, on a shirt, on a mug, all kinds of stuff. All right, it's good quality stuff. I can attest. I own it, right? I own it, and I've had some of these for years. They don't wear out, man. The shirts that are over there are very high grade. I've got one that I've had for 3 years, and the thing hasn't faded, and the print on it hasn't broken. Sometimes you buy a shirt you really like, and you wear it, and within a few months, it's already worn out, and it's cracking and everything. So far, I haven't had that experience with the Teespring shirts, so I'll give them a look, all right? Anything that you get from my store, you get a cool collectible, and it obviously helps me out, okay? Now, if you're here live on the streams, one of the things you may want to do is contribute in a way that you're going to get a live shout-out from me and get a little bit of interaction, okay? So if you either cheer with bits, or you subscribe to the channel, or you tip me today, any of those three things, I'm going to give you a live shout-out here on the stream as a way of saying thank you, as long as your message is in accordance with the rules of the stream and obviously isn't something insulting or trying to get a rise, okay? As you can see at the top of the stream, there is a stream stats leaderboard. This tracks things such as the top cheerer of the stream as well as the top tipper of the stream to give some extra recognition. I'll update that periodically. There's also 2 leaderboards integrated into Twitch itself, top cheerers of the week and top sub gifters of the week. I'm going to read those out as well. FYI, this is Sunday. According to Twitch, which I think is a weird thing, they think that Sunday is the last day of the week. It's really not. It's the first day of the week. But according to Twitch, it's the last day of the week, which means these leaderboard stats actually will reset overnight tonight and go back to 0 tomorrow morning. So, if you would like to get up there on the leaderboard and say, oh, I was the biggest cheerer of the week, or I gifted the most subs this week, etc., now would be the time to do it. All right? Definitely now would be the time to do it. Fair enough? Now, that's a lot of ways that I just mentioned that you could contribute. What's the best way? Well, as I said, right now, sadly, I'm in a lot of financial difficulty. I just had to unload a ton of money to pay back taxes, as well as a stupid tax thing for my condo in Connecticut, which is really stupid, but I had to pay it. Until that's officially out of my name, I'm stuck paying shit on it, which I hate doing, but I have to. It's money pissed away every fucking month. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Among other things, okay? So, I basically had no money, 0. The problem was, I have things coming due this week, including condo dues and other things. So, I was worried, where the hell is this money coming from? I don't get paid by Twitch until the 15th. So, another, 6 days to wait. That's a long time to wait when I have payments coming through. I got utilities and condo fees and stuff that need to get cleared. So, the best way you can help me is by tipping me, because when you tip me, those are funds that I can use immediately. What you tip me right now, I can put towards paying a bill. And with the tips so far this week that you guys have tipped me, I can tell you already I should be able to afford one of the condo fees and about half of the other. So please, if you tip me more today, it's going to help me out. It's going to go right to these bills that I need to clear. Please consider tipping me today if at all you can. All right? Everything else is great too. Don't get me wrong. If you cheer, if you sub, that helps. And I'm really appreciative of any contribution. But the tipping helps me more because that I can immediately put towards this issue that I need to pay before I get paid by Twitch, okay? So, let's talk a little bit about that. Tipping. How do you tip? If you look below the stream, there's a tip jar button that you can click on, or you can type exclamation point tip into the stream chat. Both take you to my PayPal tips page. If you're on the PayPal tips page, You do not need a registered PayPal account in order to tip me. That's a misconception. You can actually use a debit or credit card, much like any other payment you would send on the internet. However, you may not see that option immediately, and that's because it only really will show up on the fully loaded desktop version of the PayPal tips page, which you might not be seeing if you're using a mobile phone or a mobile device. So I recommend, if you're looking to do that, tip without having a PayPal account, load the full version of the site, or even check it out on a desktop computer. Okay? Now, excuse me. I always say this on the pre-stream. I'll say it again. Please, guys, do what you can to protect your identity on the internet. All right? You would be shocked to realize how much public information is out there about each and every one of us on the internet. Just think about social media itself. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and all the stuff that goes up on there. Just with a few minutes of data mining, people could probably find out your friends, your relatives, where you work, where you hang out. You know what I mean? It's pretty scary when you really think about how much information people have put out there about themselves, thinking, oh, I'm no one's going to mess with me. It's very much not the case. And what you'll find is, sadly, there's a lot of people out there on the internet who relish themselves in the fact that they can hurt people just because they can. Is there a reason that they do it? Not really. Just because they get their own jollies off being anonymous and messing with people, okay? So the reason I bring this up is because if you're going to contribute on today's stream, I strongly recommend you do whatever you can to hide your identity, all right? There are people who will latch on to people who contribute on a stream and try to harass them. I don't want that to happen to any of my viewers. So, for example, if you're going to tip me today, you have the option of tipping completely anonymously. No one would ever know it's you because it just says anonymous. Or you can completely make up a name that has nothing whatsoever to do with you or your social media presence at all. And I strongly recommend you do that so that way it avoids any kind of online harassment, okay? I'm just looking out for you guys. I want to make sure you guys are all right. I don't want anyone, contributing, and the next thing you know, they're getting harassed by people. So please be conscious of that and, do what you can to protect yourself, okay? All right, guys, let's talk about the rules of the stream. First of all, I have to abide by all the rules and regulations of Twitch.tv because I am streaming on their business, so please understand that. I can't just say and do whatever I want. But I have a certain chill vibe and mentality that I try to implement when I stream. I want it to be that when you come to my live streams, you feel like you're relaxing, you're hanging out, you're forgetting all of the stresses and all of the worries of your real life. You're here to relax. You're here to have a good time. You're not here to be constantly harassed. You're not here to see drama and arguments, right? You're here to have a good time. Maybe see how I'm reacting to whatever game I'm playing, right? Interact with me a little bit, interact with the stream chat a little bit. Just chill. That's what it's all about. And that's what I want my streams to be. Fair enough? So, please understand there's two sets of rules that we follow here specifically on my streams to try to maintain that mentality. The first is that we don't talk about politics or religion. I feel that these are two topics that over 11 years I've been a content creator, sadly they derail stuff. They do. They derail the streams. They get people arguing with each other. And they get people so off topic from the game, all it does is distract people, and they're not productive topics of discussion for a gameplay stream. Now, if I'm playing a game that has politics or religion as part of the subject matter, that's completely different. If it's in context to the game, that's one thing. But in general, just bringing these topics up usually distracts everything, okay? Very rarely are you ever going to hear me go on a political soapbox and talk about any of this stuff, and I do that for a reason. I don't want you guys to come here and feel like you're going to get lectured on shit that probably you're trying to avoid. That's why you're on a gameplay stream to begin with. You know what I mean? So, thank you for understanding why we don't talk about those topics. Now, the other thing, ladies and gentlemen, I'm well aware there are tons of people on the internet who love to make fun of me. They call me a lol cow. They harass me. They defame me. They slander me on a daily basis. If you were just here watching the streams, you'd probably have absolutely no idea why any of this happens, because in reality, it's all stupid. It's unrelated to the streams. It's nonsense that they propagate in order to get their own jollies off. And in the case of a lot of these people, they actually make money doing it. They have entire YouTube channels dedicated to shitting on me just so that they can get popularity. It's pretty ridiculous that YouTube allows it, but it is what it is. We're well aware that these people exist. All right? Everyone here on the stream knows it. There's no reason for us to be talking about it. Addressing these people directly, talking about things that they're doing, bringing them up on the stream, is considered derailing the stream and is firmly against the rules. So if we see anyone bring this crap up, you're going to get banned. It's that simple. This stream is not to be a negative place of toxicity. If they want to be toxic shitheads, let them do it in their own crap and keep them out of my streams. Okay, guys? So please understand that's the rules. We follow them for a reason. to keep these streams nice and in line and fun and chill. Thank you for understanding. All right, let's move on to the third and final segment of the stream, which is shout-outs. Let's do it. Let's start giving shout-outs to everybody, okay? All right, so it looks like we got a few resubs to start off the stream today, so let's give those shout-outs. Hold on a second. We start off with Silent General, who resubscribed for 27 months. Thank you, Silent General, for the resub. As well as Golden Nobles, who resubscribed for 6 months in a row, 13 total. Thank you, Golden Nobles. So thank you, both of you, Silent General and Golden Nobles, for your ongoing support. That is much appreciated. Let's see. OG Rascal got the cheering started today, asking about a brain tumor. What on earth? All right. Well, let's get OG Rascal on the leaderboard and see what he asked. What is going on here? We're already starting up with the nonsense. He says, Phil, you ever worried about getting a brain tumor? The odds are very low, but health is important. No. I don't worry about getting a brain tumor. I also don't worry about, you know, a plane crashing into my house and blowing up. I also don't worry about a dinosaur eating me. You worry about things in life that you can control. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you worry about. When you go out to drive, you worry about paying attention to the road to make sure that you're safe and you're not doing unsafe things on the road, so you don't get into a car accident, because that could immediately hurt you or others. You don't worry about debilitating things that could happen to you that you can't control. If you get a brain tumor, you get a brain tumor, and then you deal with it, right? There's nothing I can do about that. So why would I worry about that? Okay, let's continue. Big Daddy Dubs resubscribed for 3 months. Thank you very much, Big Daddy Dubs, for a 3-month resub. By the way, people are making fun of me and saying dinosaurs aren't real. Yes, they are. What right now? Let's say could I get a brain tumor? Yes. I mean, the odds are low, but I could get one. Could a time rift open in my office right now and a velociraptor jump through a time portal and slice my throat? Yes, that could happen. It's never happened before, at least to my knowledge. Doesn't mean it can't happen. I mean, that's about the same level that I worry about the brain tumor. You know, there's nothing I can do about it. If a time portal opens up and a dinosaur ends up in my office and eats me, I can't do anything about it, right? I guess I could beat it with my headphones or grab my joystick, try to defend myself, but there's not much I can do. So why am I going to worry about it, right? Okay, then. Let's continue. First Phil took me $1.25 and says, can you unban me? It literally asked about Jasper and you banned me. I get the feeling that's not the case at all. Let's see. Let's actually find out what happened here. Here we go. No, actually what you said was, let's compare someone dying to my save file. Good call. And then you got banned. You're a complete liar. We can check on the stream what you actually say and do, because we have logs. So I don't know how you thought you were going to get away with that, dumbass, but you're not coming back. So tough titties. OG Rascal cheered again. Thank you for another cheer, OG Rascal. Then he cheered again. Hold on a second. What happened here? Where? Stupid thing. Hold on. I lost it. He cheered again and did a 100-bit cheer this time. All right, so let's get him up again. Let's update his stats here with 100 bits. Okay, and he said the following: on YouTube, you put your legacy on being the honest guy who doesn't hold back. Do you think that's how you've experienced success on Twitch as well? You guys know I'm honest. You guys know I don't pull punches. If I'm playing a game and something's frustrating me, I'm going to tell you. If I really like a game, I'm going to tell you. I don't censor myself, and I certainly don't sugarcoat anything. I obviously use adult language, and always have. Now, obviously, my commentary has changed over the years. I'm not as sexualized. I'm not as perverse as I used to be. In my commentary, I did that on purpose, because when I became a full-time live streamer, people basically told me, drop the act, be more natural. You don't have to fill every waking moment of the game with commentary anymore, because now you can interact with us, and it's not that big of a deal to be constantly doing these stupid, puerile jokes. So I changed in that regard. I feel my content's much better now. Some people disagree, and they want, I want more immature jokes. It's like, I don't know what's the big deal. That was, been there, done that, and, time to move on, right? But you'll probably never find someone like me getting major sponsorship. You'll probably never find someone like me going into any kind of a profitable relationship with a game publisher, only because I refuse to really do the things that they're looking for. They're usually looking for a poster boy. Who's this guy? A young guy who is a role model for his audience, and he's someone who really he doesn't really do any kind of over the top stuff at all, and he always holds back and is very respectful and reasonable. And it's like, yeah, boring and fake. Yeah, that's definitely what people want. Boring and fake people. Sadly, it's true. A lot of people do. They don't care if they're actually watching a living advertisement or not. I'm not, and I never will be. I don't seek out free copies of games. I haven't in the past, and I will not in the future, because I refuse to enter into these agreements where you can't be honest, and or you gotta kiss the game's butt. I'm not gonna do that. Okay? So yeah, you're right. I was the guy who got notoriety on YouTube for basically being the guy who did not kiss butt. And it's pretty remarkable that 11 years later I still have a following when I never entered into any kind of a formal sponsorship agreement with any of these major companies, when I have to pay for everything myself. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty crazy when you really think about it. So, yeah, it's pretty nuts that I'm still doing this. But on Twitch, I think it's a combination of, number one, I already have a legacy of being such a content creator for such a long time. I have a long-standing fan base, but then other newcomers hear stuff about me and want to come by and see for themselves what it's all about. And I think in general, what people tell me now is, you just have fun. No matter what game I'm playing, it's just cool to come by and hang out with me and just have a good time. A lot of people like my personality, while others are here for new game releases and the like. So, it just works. It just works. If I was doing the same song and dance as everybody else, I don't think it would work. I think that people would lose interest and go away. The fact that I'm different stands out, Okay. All right. Skeletor. Cheers. Everyone's asking for Code Vein. No, they're not. Straight Cash Homie has resubscribed for 2 months in a row, 27 months total. And he says, ready for some more Knights of the Old Republic. Thank you, Straight Cash Homie. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the resub and the long-standing support. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, too. I don't know how this is going to end. I've been playing the game now for about a month on and off. I think we're over 40 hours into the playthrough. And apparently we're at the big culmination, the ending today. From what I'm to understand, some really dark stuff here, especially if you're doing the dark side choices. I guess we're going to find out, okay? All right. Ripley Atomic cheered. He says, I wish you did Minecraft on earlier streams. For those who live in Europe, I've been wanting to contribute to that stream for ages, but your second stream is on when it's 3 in the morning for me. Can this change? Well, Ripley Atomic, I don't know if you missed out on them or not, but I did do earlier Minecraft streams over the course of December. And I want to say once in January when I was doing that bird statue, we did several earlier Minecraft streams because I needed the extra time to build the statue. And what I was saying was every once in a while, if I'm in the midst of something that maybe would need more time, I would actually consider doing an early Minecraft stream. Okay? Currently, I'm working on a mob grinder, and the way that we're breaking it up, Mr. Papavera has helped me out by breaking it up into small, digestible steps that we can do like one a week, and it's going to take months for this thing to build, but at least it's going to happen. It's not something that's going to take a ton of time to build because we're only going to do a little bit each week doing it. I don't know. We'll leave it at this. Next few weeks, things are actually pretty slow for games, so maybe I would consider in the next couple of weeks doing a major Minecraft stream. It's not going to be tomorrow. Maybe in the next 1 to 2 weeks, I'll do Minecraft as a major Monday stream. I think we have a lot to check out. From what I understand, they just updated the Nether with a ton of new content. There's like 2 new forests and another biome. There's like 3 biomes in the Nether now that were never there before. So it could be pretty cool to explore those, although obviously pretty dangerous. But yeah, I would say we'll give it maybe try to do some exploration in that or something on one stream or something, right? So let me say this, Ripley. Thank you for the suggestion. Not this week. Maybe next week or maybe the week after. Let me take a look at the schedule, see how things are going. But I would definitely consider doing a major Minecraft stream maybe by the end of this month. Fair enough? And I'll let you know ahead of time when it's going to happen. PW Dubs. Cheers. I know it's close to the 15th. That's why I'm cheering instead of tipping. You can save up and have a big payday on the 15th. What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean. If what you're saying is PW Dubs, I think what he's thinking is, oh, if I cheer now, you'll get these bits on the 15th. That's actually not the case. As I've said, cheering and subbing all have a lead time or a processing time. Right now, if you cheer or sub, I don't get any benefit from that until next month. That's the truth of the matter. So I'm okay with it. If you guys want to cheer or sub, great. I welcome it. It does help, but that helps me long term. Right now, I need as much short-term support as possible. So at all, if you can tip me, please do. I'm telling you, the cheering, it's not working the way you think. Okay? All right. PW Dubs says, do you think your tax attorney is charging too much if you look for cheaper options? Every tax attorney charges about the same. I've looked into it. My old tax attorney in Connecticut was around the same. This guy, other ones, they all charge around the same amount of money. And the thing is, no one's going to take me on as a new client, a potential new client, when I'm in the midst of declaring bankruptcy. You see what I mean? Like, anyone who I go to do my taxes now is going to demand the money up front. So there's nothing I can do about it. I'm stuck paying what I pay. Okay? PW Dubs, I don't know if I saw an email about you and Quantrell becoming mods. I have no idea. Wings agrees with me. Tipped me $1. Says, I'm glad you're not being stubborn about Fortnite. Hopefully you'll give it another shot. Like I said, what I'm thinking of doing is, during this Tips fundraiser marathon coming up later this month, I'll probably mostly do Metal Gear Solid 1, but if we want to break it up and do some Fortnite in between just for variety, so that way it's not super the same thing, the whole stream gets boring, we could do that. I'd be willing to do that because I haven't played it in so long, just on the sake of curiosity to see what they've done with this game. Keep in mind now, it's a totally new map now. You know what I mean? Like, everything's different. So I'm sure it's going to be inundated with screaming children and stuff, so I'll probably have to mute everything, but I would still give it a look. Okay. Shit. My laptop keeps freezing up. Chunky Jack did 100-bit cheers. I can't tip now, but I hope this helps. It does. Thank you. Rob took me $5. Thank you, Rob. Good to see you. He said, do we have Kakarot tomorrow? Yes, Monday's main stream is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and it's the beginning of the Cell games, because we've completed all of the Android saga up to now, and we're waiting on the Cell games to begin. There's a little bit of filler content that they've wedged into the game at this point, so we got to get through that, but yes, the Cell games tomorrow on stream. Good to see you, Rob. Dark Viking, 159, just resold for 31 months. He said, 31 months sub already and not regretted a single moment of it. Well, thank you very much for that. Dark Viking, I appreciate your ongoing support. Snoutfoot cheers. Just congrats on your 11-year legacy of honesty and free speech. Thank you. Then Anonymous cheered. He said, if you had unlimited time and resources and no pressures to succeed, what kind of content would you put out as a content creator? Oh, man. If I had no... Let me think about this. If I could do whatever I wanted. Ugh. Oh, man. If I could do whatever I wanted, I had no pressures. Which is crazy. You have to think, like, what situation would that be? I'm rich or something? Somehow I became rich, and I didn't have to actually work, so I could just choose to stream as, you know, whenever I want, and I could do whatever I want. It's a tough call. It's actually a very tough call, because I love streaming, you know? I love doing this. Certainly what I would tell you is I would definitely take more time off. I would have at least 2 days off a week, if not more, okay? I feel that if I streamed less, that my throat in particular would have time to recover. It really doesn't get a lot of time to recover. The 1 day a week that I'm not talking, my throat ends up feeling nice. And then I come back and I talk for 6 days straight, and it's like, you know, can you get hoarse or you get sore or whatever again, because I'm blah, blah, blah all day long. But that's my job, right? So I gotta, you know, just gotta get used to it. But I'd like to spend more time with my family, you know. I feel I don't get enough time with my wife, in particular, you know, for us to spend any kind of real quality time together outside of our 1 day a week, when usually we're running around outside of this house doing errands and stuff, you know, because it's the only day that we get to do it. So for me, I would definitely like more time with my family, and I think that, you know, in order to do that, I would need to take time away from streaming, and if I would definitely do that. Also, I mean, let's face it, if I was in a situation where I had money, I would like to go traveling with my wife, because we didn't get to go on a honeymoon, you know? And who knows how long it'll be before we get to go on a honeymoon, right? So that being said, yeah, I don't, you know, it sucks that, man, I don't even like thinking about it. It makes me sad, you know? It's fucked up how fucked up my life is because of all the shit that's happened, and, you know, getting married, you don't even get to really celebrate it. It sucks. But what I would like to do is definitely go on a honeymoon with her so that we can have some special time together to remember everything before I would even consider coming back, you know? But that's life. All right, I'm moving on because I don't want to get sad here. I don't know why the fuck I started thinking about this. Snoutfoot cheers. This is in comedy. There should be no such thing as political correctness. I mean, I agree with you. At the same time, we're certainly in an interesting era where everyone gets offended by everything, right? All right, well, there you go. First Phil, to me, $1.25, said, I would rather commit seppuku than send you an apology email. Enjoy the $3, honest guy. Well, thanks for the dollar tip. And, you know, thanks for the insults. Thanks for lying to try to get yourself unbanned because you're a dipshit. Maybe if you had just admitted what you did and said, all right, I'd like to be unbanned, maybe I would have. But you lied about it because you're an asshole. So fuck off. Snoutfoot shoot again. He says, I personally have a lot of interest in seeing you play Astral Chain as well as Code Vein. That's great. I have no interest in playing those games. Anonymous Cheered, he says, can you make a Twitter poll for Code Vein and Mass Effect 2? No. Will be Atomic Cheered, he says, thanks for your answer. The last major Minecraft stream I checked out was the bird statue. I don't want to pressure you into doing something if it doesn't work. Like I said, I think actually this may be an opportunity because we have a big update to the game that happened with the Nether and the like that maybe it would make sense, okay? There's a rare opportunity where it actually makes sense to maybe check something out like this. So we'll see by the end of the month. That Anonymous cheered again. He said, investing for the future. Thank you, that Anonymous. Big Papa Phil has tipped me $3. Thank you, Big Papa Phil. He says, Fire Emblem Three Houses was one of the best games of last year. It's still content being released for it. The gameplay is excellent, RPG strategy, action, and the story is well written. Astral Chain is fun. Wish you would play both or either. I'll tell you right now, I would definitely play Fire Emblem over Astral Chain. Fire Emblem is a very popular franchise. Admittedly, I know nothing about it because I don't play the games. But yeah, I would definitely play Fire Emblem over Astral Chain. Am I playing Fire Emblem anytime soon? Probably not. Maybe later this year when there's downtime, I would consider it. Okay. Let's see here. Big Daddy Dubs did a 100-bit cheer. He said, are you willing to try Apex again instead of Fortnite for a bit? They also have a new map plus new champions. No. I don't care. I'd rather go back to Fortnite, the biggest one, and see how they've changed it. I don't care about Apex. Apex was a flash in the pan, man. Like, it was hot for 1 month when it first came out. Everyone was interested in it. It was super white-hot popular. Every streamer was dropping Fortnite to play it because they felt that their Fortnite popularity was dying out and they wanted to do something different, right? They want, a new contender in the Battle Royale genre. And I played it for about 2-3 months. I thought it was all right. I thought it was fun. And then it kind of got boring and I stopped playing it. They dropped the ball with it. They did not put enough content into it to hold interest. Even with I've heard these new expansions they've done, they really just kind of do not put a lot of updates into it compared to like Fortnite. So for me, it's kind of like, not only do I not care about Battle Royale that much anyway, but now you're asking me to play a game that seems like it's not very interesting to begin with. I don't care. I have no desire to go back and play Apex Legends at this point. Snoutfoot cheered. He says, you can always make a honeymoon in a year. You could take a honeymoon in a year or so when you have the money after renewing a vows ceremony. I mean, that's true. That would be pretty nice, huh? Let's say in 2 or 3 years, if everything goes good with the bankruptcy this year, and now the budget's under control, my money is going straight to taxes like it's supposed to be going the entire freaking time that I've been doing this, and it hasn't been able to. And now, maybe after a little time, I can actually start to save up some money, right? Then maybe in a 2 to 3 years, maybe we can afford to go on a trip or something. And that would be nice. I agree. Like a renewing of vows or something would be pretty nice. So that was actually a nice suggestion. Thank you, Snoutfoot. OG Rascal Cheers says, taking action is important. Have you gotten a CAT scan recently? No, I don't have money for one. You know how expensive a fucking CAT scan is? Are you crazy? It's like $1,000. I have no money. Now I'm going to go get a cat skin. Okay, then. Well, someone named Whoever tipped me $3 and says, here's for your tax attorney and bankruptcy, whatever. You know, I always thought you were lying when you said that you had financial problems, but I guess that's all pretty much debunked now. Good luck in the future. Thank you very much, Whoever. Yeah, I mean, all those idiots who over the years all lied about me and consistently said that I was some kind of a liar and I was making shit up. Now they all look stupid. Of course, now they spin it. Oh, you see, Phil's bad with money. Wait a minute. Who cares? The point was, for years, I was upfront and honest with everyone about everything going on, and everyone wanted to call me a liar. Everyone wanted to call me, oh, you're a liar, you're a schemer, you're a scammer, you're swindling this money, it's going to an offshore account, you know, you're a liar, you know, you have all this shit that you obviously are spending your money on, and it's bullshit. It was all bullshit. It was all 100% bullshit. You know, they literally were just lying for years and years to make me look bad. Now the truth comes out. Oh, we're going to deflect from the fact that we were wrong for the fucking years and years that Phil was being honest with us. We're going to deflect all that. Instead, we're going to now move the goalpost, change the subject. This is what they do. This is exactly what they fucking do. Because they can never be wrong. It's always me. No matter what, I'm the villain. I'm a horrible person, you know. So now, oh, look at this. Look, Phil has all this and that and blah, blah, blah. So fuck them. That's why I don't give a two fucks about them. But anyway, thank you to this person for the $3 tip. I appreciate that very much. And yeah, it's interesting how eventually the truth will be known, right? It's Tom Cruise tipped me $1. And he says, oh man, I'm Bambi. I'll give you $20,000. I'm on my yacht right now. I think you could stay on your yacht, Tom. Sorry. We don't need your kind of crap on my stream. Oops. It's supposed to be $15. And Alfred Aponte just tipped me $3. So please consider playing Fire Emblem Three Houses and put it on your to-do list. I'll consider that. Like I said, I'll consider. Apparently, it was one of the best games of last year. So, okay. Let's do some shout-outs for the top cheerers and top sub-gifters of the week. Okay? Excuse me. In 10th place for cheering this week, Accio Artorias. We have a tie for 8th between Junior Mint and Zelda Destroyer. 7th place is Mr. Papavera. 6th place, Crap Cock. 5th place, Chunky Jack. 4th place, Spartan King. 3rd place, Cholo Veterano OG. 2nd place, Not Molo. And 1st place, the most cheers of this week, Dr. Jeezy. Thank you very much. Top sub-gifters of the week. Thank you to Rumpelstiltskins, Kanye Glover, Jack No LDC, Cactus God, and the OG Rascal, all right, who all gifted 1 sub. Sundance McGee gifted 2 subs, and Doodly Dread has gifted 3 subs this week. An anonymous dollar tipper just said basically all the trolls went from, Phil's constantly lying about everything, to, look how much debt Phil has. It's like, wait a minute. So you were making fun of Phil for saying he lied about his debt and lied about all his financial troubles. Then it comes out as 100% true, and now you make fun of him for having them. It's like, wait a minute. Again, it's moving the goalpost. It's never good enough. That's what I tell you guys all the time. There's no reason for me ever to debunk anything. Ever. Because no matter what people do, say, or do, if I ever debunk anything, they immediately move the goalpost to the next thing, right? Or they use information that I used to debunk one thing to hurt me in another way. I've learned over the years, there's no point in wasting any time on these shitheads. And that's why I don't. Okay? Fair enough? Alright, guys. Let's end the pre-stream. Okay? Oh, wait, I missed a cheer. I did? No, I didn't. PW Dubs, I called out all your cheers, dude. OG Rascal, no, I would never play Franz List during the pre-stream. I don't know what you're talking about, but thank you for the cheer. All right, let's take a quick break. I got to use the bathroom. So we'll take a quick break for me to use the restroom. When we come back, it's the conclusion of Knights of the Old Republic. I don't know how much longer we have left in the game, but it should be interesting to see how it all ends. So I hope you guys will join me. I'll be right back after this break with the conclusion. Thanks, and see you in a minute. All right.